Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to read a story and do a couple of science demonstrations with things you can find at home that have to do with rainbows, and you'll see why after we read this story. If you're part of our St. Benedict family, please say hello in the comments. And if you're new, please also say hello in the comments. We'd love to see who's here today. So this morning I'm reading The Day the Crayons Quit by Drew Daywalt. So we're going to be finding out about these crayons and why did they quit? Let's see what we can find out. Look at all those pretty colors today. The Day the Crayons Quit. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. To Duncan. Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines and apples and strawberries and everything else that's red. I even work on the holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts at Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard's hats. But it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Boy, look at those wizards and dragons. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown and dark tan because I'm neither. I'm beige and I'm proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. Oh boy, look how sad Beige Crayon is. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray. And that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling all of those things? Such big animals. Penguins are gray, you know, and they are tiny, as are tiny rocks and pebbles. To give me a break once in a while and do those small things. Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. Boy, look at that elephant, rhino, and hippo. That is a lot of space. Look how tired he looks. He wants to do the little penguin. Let's see what's next. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time I'm the same color as the page you are using me on, white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or fill in empty spaces between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. And over here, Duncan drew a picture at one point of White Cat in the snow. Look at all we see are the eyes, nose, and whiskers. I can see why White Crayon might be sad. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outlines of things, the things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair. When you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. And there, Black Crayon drew a nice black beach ball for himself. That would be fun. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for two reasons. One, to say I like my work. Loads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on your very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends, Yellow Crayon, Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Oh boy, we have to figure out what's going on with Yellow and Orange Crayon. Look at those nice green drawings. It's nice that Green's worried about the friends in the box. Oh, Yellow Crayon. Yellow Crayon here. I need to tell you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun of your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal in truest color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. You can see Duncan did a yellow sun over his yellow cornfield in the coloring book. But look at Orange Crayon. It's not looking so happy. Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you. Anyway, would you please tell Mr. Tattletale he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I'm clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday, you used me to color the sun on both Monkey Island and Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Aren't you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal, the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. You can see 2 orange suns in the coloring book. Now yellow's sad and orange is okay. I wonder what's going to happen. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, in the year before that, I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby, I can't even see over the railing of the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. He must be using blue an awful lot. Look how small he is. Duncan, okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. Is it because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color her little princess coloring book. And I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now, back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. And pink is for everybody. Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Look, he's hiding in the box. You can see he's a little embarrassed. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color. And of course, he wanted his crayons to be happy. And that gave him an idea. There's all those letters. What do you think Duncan's going to do? Let's find out. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. Look at all the colors that Duncan used. And he took some advice. I see a little gray penguin, lots of green, lots of yellow. Look at this orange whale. Let's see what happens. And an A+ for creativity. So Duncan used all of his colors to make lots of different pictures. And he listened to his crayons because it's more fun when we all get along, isn't it? So today what I thought we'd do is do some experiments or science demonstrations that have something to do with color to go with our book. So come with me. We're going to go into my kitchen and do a few things. All right, boys and girls. So we have moved into the kitchen so I can do a couple of experiments with you to demonstrate some colors and rainbows. And I have a little project you can do at home if you'd like to. First, we're going to do a little experiment that has to do with chromatography, which is a study of color. So I just have an empty glass here, a black wet erase marker, and paper towel, and a pair of scissors. I'm going to cut a strip of paper towel. So we have a strip of paper towel, and then I'm going to take my black marker, and about a couple of inches up, I'm going to just draw and color in a black line across the width of the paper. Now, looking at that, I think it's black, right? It's a black marker. But let's see what happens. I'm going to put a little bit of tap water in here. Don't need too much. As you can see, it's just a little bit. And I'm going to dip the very end in, and we're going to watch what happens. Watch what happens as the water goes up the paper towel. Oh, it's almost to the black. Let's see what happens. Here it goes. And you can see the black is getting wet, and it's starting to come up the paper as well. But if you can see, there's a little bit of different color down there. I see some brown. Do you see brown, boys and girls? And here it goes. I actually see a little bit of red color mixed in there. And it's going up. So we could watch that for a little bit, but I'm going to show you what happens to it when it has a little bit more time, and we'll check it again before we're done. So actually, I'll show you that. I'm going to leave it over here and let it run out. We're going to do one more science experiment to show how color can move. So I have for us a couple of different things that we need. I have a pie plate. It's just clear. There's nothing on it, and some food coloring. And I'll tell you the colors I picked. And we need some milk. So I have just regular old milk. We're going to pour, and this is whole milk. Okay, not skim. It's very important they have whole milk for this activity. And I'm going to just squeeze in some colors. So we have some red. And I have sky blue, it says. That was Duncan's favorite color. And boys and girls, it's Mrs. Farrand's favorite color too. Lemon yellow, like the sun. It's funny because it almost looks a little orangey. Orange and yellow together. Grape purple. Duncan used his purple color to do grapes. A little bit of pink, because like the pink crayon told us, pink is for everybody. And some green. Now you can see that the colors are staying just where I left them. But look what happens when I put a few drops of just regular dish soap in. And I'll tell you why it happens after. Now watch. Look at those colors move. Just see it all moving around. And look at the pretty colors it makes. Almost like some kind of extra big rainbow. What happens is the milk has fat in it, which we all need for our brains and our bodies to grow. And when I put the drops of color in, they stay suspended right there. They stay put. And when I add the soap breaks up the fat, which is how it cleans, and pushes the colors away. And if you look underneath, look at all those colors. But on the top, we see it like that. it's very fun to try this, and this is something you can do right at home. Boys and girls, let's take a look at our glass. Look how much the color has moved. Now remember, that was a strip of black marker, and now we have all different colors. I'm going to pull it out so you can see it where we are right now with it. Look at those colors. You can see a little green and red and blue. And I'm going to show you one that I did earlier this weekend to show you what happens if we leave it for a really long time. That's the same marker, and it had plenty of time to diffuse the color up the paper towel. All of that's inside your black marker. You can try it at home with some markers. Some work better than others, but try it and see if you can get it to work. And the last thing I had for you today, boys and girls, was if you wanted to do a little craft. One of the things I used to really love to do with my class was some art on aluminum foil. And because we're working with rainbows, I started a rainbow. I put my foil on top of a book just so it would be hard. And I can continue coloring it, and Sharpies color so pretty on foil. You can see, you can just color and continue making your rainbow on the foil. And it stays nice and shiny. And did you know that during this time, rainbows are a sign of hope? Even over in Europe and in the United States, people are putting rainbow pictures in their windows as a sign of hope to everyone that we will get through this, time being apart. So maybe you can draw or make a rainbow and hang it on your window for everybody to see who might go by your home or apartment. And boys and girls, if you do, take a picture and show me. Or if you try one of these, send me a picture. I'd love to see it and post it. I had so much fun being with you today. I hope you enjoyed the story and a little bit of science. And I will see you next week, same time, for a new story. We're going to read The Cool Bean. I'll see you later, boys and girls. Bye-bye.